Hi, in this video we're bringing in an image, a drawing, a wee sketch I've done, and we're also bringing in customized textures. So SketchUp comes preloaded with textures. Here you can see the ones I have in the model already. It has other ones as well, but they are sort of quite limited, and 9 times out of 10 it might be that you want a particular leather or a particular stone benchtop or a particular timber or even wallpaper, etc. So let's get started with bringing in the image of a floor plan I've roughed out on a piece of paper. Here I have actually, like I might have read the brief, I might have read some specifications, and I've made a basic rectangle that is a rough size of the specifications given. So in meters, 5,000 by 3,000 would be 5 by 3 meters. So just remember that you are set to meters. Now the image I've got, I have emailed to myself off my phone. It's in my downloads folder. I'm just going to double click it here and open it up with whatever picture app it opens with, because I want to crop it down and remove the space around the outer side. So let's just see, mark, resize, sure. No, that's not it. So this is, despite the fact that I'm just sort of figuring this out, this is faster than opening up Photoshop for just the basic need of cropping it down. You'll notice I did use grid paper. That's just what I happen to have in my notebook beside me. Your sketch can be rough as what I've made it, and save a copy. Now this isn't a perfect 5 by 3 like the box I have drawn in SketchUp. That doesn't matter. Floor plan, it's in my pictures folder. Save it there. And then hopefully that's doing its job. We'll return to SketchUp and see if we can find that. So how we import anything is up the top left, import from my device. Click here. So that's why it's really important to keep your files clean and tidy so that you know where things are going. That was in my pictures folder and it was called floor plan. It is an image in this instance. We will come back to this one. Different command for a different thing. So this is just an image we're bringing in, and it should attach to the end of my cursor. And it's waiting for me to sort of like tell it where to go to place it down. So I am just going to place it here on this corner of this box I made and drag it, let's just say drag it all the way up. Now this can be used for modeling my floor plan off of. I'll cover that in another future video. That's where we'll start our spatial projects. And obviously we can change the sizes. We can scale things down and get this just right another way. So that's how to bring in a floor plan this way. Now, customized textures, you can see I've brought in a custom plywood. This was not available in the default wood materials. There are some plywoods there. I didn't like them. I kind of wanted a different aesthetic, and so I went on a hunt for it. There are websites you can use, such as SketchUp Texture Club. You can register for free and download, I think, about 10 free textures a day. You can see some examples here. Really, really cool, really high-spec architectural, very aesthetic looking textures. Or you can go on the search for your own. So here, the keyword is texture and seamless. Seamless means that, for example, this here should, in theory, join and meet this knot here. This is the one I chose earlier. It was definitely seamless. It joined really nicely. So let's just put in something else there. Let's go granite, texture seamless, and see what we've got. Now you can actually use ones like this. Again, save it as an image, open it up just with a default image manager on your computer and just crop that off. Let's try this one here. That's nice and clear resolution. There's no watermarks, so that's really ideal for us. Right click. It's really important to save the image into a folder. Quite often we have a habit of copying and pasting. I've made a folder earlier in my pictures folder called textures. I'll call this granite, and I'll call it granite white because I might want to choose a few others as I develop my idea. Return to SketchUp. Now, it's really important at this stage that all my parts are grouped. That's because I've done a really good job at ensuring those habits are in. You need to edit this part. This might be the first bit I apply granite to, and then bring in the texture. My device, pictures, textures, granite, white, open. Now, this is a material, so it's really important that we choose the other command available now, material. And again, it's just attached to the end of the paint bucket, waiting for me to click once, let go, drag it out, and I am going to go all the way to the other corner of this object, despite the fact that it looks like it's hanging off. That's fine. And click a second time. Now, that has made that granite fit really nicely to that one side, but not all the sides. If this is legitimately a piece of granite, that whole thick slab would be granite, full of granite. So let's just go back to our materials. It has now been added in our home area here. I'll click and I'll apply it to the whole thing. Now, an issue with that, obviously, is that resolution is way too high. It's like really big and very, very pixely. Let's just double click on it and inspect it further. Okay, so let's just do that. Let's come up here to edit. And you can see the size of it. It's almost 2 meters on a very, very small object. So let's just lower that right down to let's try 500. Just do it to one of the boxes, hit enter. And the other box will just adjust. So that's all right. I think I want it a little bit lower, 450. So you just do it to your liking, and that now looks good, and we'll go done. Now that will have affected this. So we can just click out of the group and it will update all the others to be the same. So you can see why solid modeling now is really, really important. You know, those are all thick slabs of granite. So they have that thickness, and now it's just fully covered. You can still adjust things like the thickness of that without affecting the texture. So that's how to bring in custom textures, which when given lighting and rendering look really, really great.